India's real estate story is changing not just in terms of the numbers, but in the way the sector is thinking and moving forward. On one hand, policy is stepping in to unlock stuck projects. On the other hand, the domestic capital is quietly taking the lead. And now a new generation of leaders are beginning to shape what comes next. From markets like NCR to the way we design, build and invest, the shift is already underway. Welcome to R.Estate, Building the Nation. My name is Nayan. Let's take you through the top stories shaping the sector this week.
A big relief for home buyers stuck in delayed housing projects. The government has moved to fast-track real estate insolvency cases. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has allowed land authorities to participate in Committee of Creditors meetings for real estate cases. The aim is to bring faster coordination and quicker resolutions. So far, delays in land approvals and regulatory clearances have slowed down insolvency processes. Now, with land authorities at the table, key discussions can be taken faster, reducing project delays.
One big step is when the COC can invite relevant land authorities, whether they are Huda or Noida, such authorities can come and authorize or come and comment on the legitimacy of these land and the properties to their meetings for inputs. They can invite them to their meetings for inputs and perspectives on the regulatory and land development related matters. So we are allowing them to directly contact these authorities which have given the land for development.
The impact could be significant. Over 1.6 lakh home buyers have already received homes through insolvency resolution. Many projects are still stuck.
So this is a very good initiative taken by the government, that government is taking the authorities from the land owners also. But this will create the history now, and this will create the good impact on the buyers as well and on the land owners as well.
The focus now is to clearly revive projects, not just recover dues, and restore confidence in the housing market. A reform that could cut delays and bring long-awaited relief to home buyers.
India's real estate market is off to a strong start in 2026. But the real story isn't just growth, it's who's driving it. In the first quarter of 2026, the sector attracted $1.41 billion in institutional investments, a sharp 75% rise year-on-year. But global headwinds are clearly visible. Geopolitical tensions in West Asia and economic uncertainty have led to a steep 75% drop in foreign investment inflows this quarter. And that's where the momentum shifts inward. Domestic investors have stepped up in a big way, injecting over $1 billion into the market. Their share has surged to 72% of total investments, up from just 22% in the previous quarter. The big magnet, commercial real estate. Office and retail assets together account for nearly 80% of total investments, driven by strong demand from corporates and global capability centers. This signals a deeper trend. India's real estate market is becoming more resilient, with domestic capital now playing a leading role in sustaining growth. In a volatile global environment, India is increasingly backing its own growth story, and the real estate is right at the center of it. In a move to empower the next generation of real estate lenders, R.Estate Next Gen has launched its NCR chapter. bringing together young professionals from Noida, Gurugram and across the NCR. The platform aims to drive collaboration, innovation and stronger policy engagement.
Now coming on to the opportunities which we will be creating. So our vision really with the Naredco Next Gen NCR is to build a very strong platform for the next generation of leaders, developers, architects, brokers. Like NCR is a very rapidly evolving real estate market, and our vision really is to build a very strong platform where we all can connect, collaborate and lead.
The chapter will be led by Siddharth Jain as president, focusing on building future-ready leadership in one of India's most active real estate markets. With NCR at the center of rapid urban growth, the initiative will focus on sustainable development, industry dialogue, and knowledge sharing.
So we really want to ensure that NCR as a region comes out very nicely, and we want to align it with Prime Minister's vision of it becoming a smart city, and Naredco Next Gen NCR is ready to help them in whatever way possible.
Through summits, roundtables, and direct engagement with policymakers, the chapter aims to shape a more innovative and future-ready real estate ecosystem.
Now, while policy and investment continue to shape the business of real estate, it is the vision and design that redefine how this space actually comes to life. In our design dialogue today, we bring to you a special feature from Kolkata Primarc Square, a project that reflects more integrated and community-driven approach to workspaces. At the center of the vision is Siddharth Pansari, a Harvard Business School alumnus and a leading voice in the industry who believes in building ecosystems and not just standalone developments. Here's our feature story.
Namaskar, I am Siddharth Pansari and it's a pleasure to be on this show today, and it will be a great journey to share our learning on the Primarc journey with all of you. So firstly, it's been a very humble beginnings, and my journey actually started from the shop floor of my father, where he used to run these Raymond stores. And across these journeys, whether it was Raymond, Crossword, Harvard or the online business that we did, we picked up multiple learnings during that journey. Some of has become core values which have stayed with us today. I really believe life should be like a crossword puzzle, full of fun plus learning. And throughout my journey and the journey that will be forward, learning has been a very key part of what I am and what I want to be. So bookstores, I really believe, add a lot of value to us, and it's also our way of giving back to society. Everything in life can't be money, though bookstores don't make money or the money that other businesses make. It is something that has really motivated me and shaped me. One of the really important parts or the fulfilling part of my journey has been Crossword All Story, where my interactions through different people, through different fields of life, meeting a Booker Prize winner, or winning a Nobel Prize winner like Amartya Sen, sharing the same dais with them, interacting with them, has really shaped me, has really made me accept diverse points of view, and has really shaped the character or the person that I am. So it really adds a lot of value to us, and it's beyond commerce. The whole intent of the design is to have a very open system, a very open culture, which is very, very seamless. So I think normally many people go out to do their events. So we wanted to connect the office internally rather than externally. So we wanted a space where people could come together for town halls, for meetings, for interactions, for get-togethers. So, every month, we have 1 or 2 events where just all of us come together, we celebrate, we also have business discussions, we have a town halls, we also have musical programs. So I think it's one of the very core designs of the architecture. This is something actually I picked up, to be honest, from the Harvard amphitheater in the Harvard Business School. And since that, when the intent was that whenever we'll create an office, we'll have an amphitheater which connects all the floors where people can meet, collaborate. It's also very, a lot of times we get monotonous working at our own desk. So it becomes a space where people just move out, grab their coffee, sit and work from there. It also helps us in doing our larger events like a business presentation or getting the whole team together and so on. We also really believe, good quality of air, greenery, landscapes really adds value to our lives and health. So that has been an essence. What we've also done is tried to work around the limitations. In every project, in every thing that we create, there are constraints. We've also ensured that we have more than 1,600 planters inside the office when you walk through, which ensure that there is a good quality of air for everybody in the office who's working over here, even for the customers, even for the visitors who come here. So I think I take great pride in saying that this is one of the most indigenous offices that you will see in India, where there is 100% material, made in India for India. There is not even a single square feet of Italian leather or Italian flooring. And throughout this journey, we've tried to use as much as natural materials as possible, whether it's the wood that we've sourced or any of the materials that we've sourced to try to employ normal. Even the art that we have in this office, if you look around the art, is all done through local artisans in Bengal, and that's how we've been able to make this office. Also, it's very, very driven by efficiency and function. So instead of having, things which are very, very loud, we've had to very subtle design, but very efficient design. So more than 50% of the office is carpeted, which actually reduces the noise. The other thing what we try to do, we have very, very large windows, which ensures more sunlight. So, each person is more energetic. Whether it's a home or an office, noise can actually be disturbing. It actually invades the privacy of people working. So what we've tried to do, we've tried to use sound-friendly materials, sound-resistant materials. So 50% of the office is carpet, which acts as a natural acoustic for sound. Apart from that, instead of having fancy false ceiling, we have acoustic ceilings. We try to absorb the sound. Whatever acoustics we could build in, we built in the system so that, sound is absorbed. And there's so many people working here, but, the sound generated is only 20% of the normal sound that should have, otherwise people would have heard. At Primarc, quality wins over quantity. The essence is to do limited but really meaningful projects. Projects that really bring people together. People should enjoy using our homes even 20 years from now, and not only when they buy it. We also really understand the value of a home to the customer. A home is one of the rare products where you actually pay 4 years before even you've got the product, and you've also started paying EMIs on it even before you've got the home, So we understand the emotional value. So with that, we want to give our very, very best to every space that we make. On the portfolio side, we want to do a bunch of stuff, so we want to balance our commercial and residential portfolio. In commercial, we've just taken over a very large IT asset from DLF last year. And on the resi side, we are building one of the most luxurious projects India will ever see. So it's a bunch of stuff, and that keeps us motivated, happy, and a challenge every day. Thank you very, very much and for having me today. I think it's been a real pleasure on behalf of Primarc and everybody at Primarc to share our journey with you. Thank you so much for having us.
from how spaces are imagined to how they are actually built. The real transformation is happening at the level of materials, technology, and design thinking. In What's New, we take a closer look at the innovations driving construction today. From next-generation materials to sustainability-led approaches and evolving interior aesthetics that are reshaping modern spaces.
Every winter, North India chokes on smoke from burning crop residue. But what if that same waste could build our homes? Across India, startups are turning parali agricultural stubble into high-performance building materials. These agro-waste panels are not just eco-friendly, they are engineered to be fire-resistant, durable and sound-absorbing. Instead of burning stubble and worsening air pollution, farmers now have an alternative revenue stream by selling it to manufacturers. For developers, this means access to sustainable materials that reduce construction emissions without compromising on quality. It's a solution that connects rural economies with urban infrastructure while directly addressing North India's pollution crisis. From farm residue to future-ready real estate, this is the circular economy in action. And this shift is already underway. Companies like Kriya Labs, Structure Eco, and Green Jams are converting farm waste into scalable construction solutions. What if one of the world's strongest building materials grew on trees? Engineered bamboo is making a strong comeback in India's luxury and eco-conscious real estate. Scientifically treated and processed, bamboo can rival, even exceed, the strength of mild steel in certain applications. From boutique resorts to premium eco-villas, developers are using bamboo as a primary structural and aesthetic element. It's lightweight, flexible, and rapidly renewable, making it ideal for sustainable construction. In a country like India, where bamboo has deep cultural roots, this revival blends tradition with cutting-edge engineering. Stronger, greener, and deeply rooted bamboo is redefining luxury construction. And this shift is already taking shape. Companies like Bamboo India, Bamboo Living, and EcoPlanet Bamboo are driving innovation in engineered bamboo for modern construction.
And beyond all that's trending and transforming, there is one question that continues to define the market for the millions of Indians. In 2026, should you buy a home, or is renting the smarter financial decision? In our Clarity Corner, we break this down with our insights from industry expert Ashwinder R. Singh, who's looking at affordability, flexibility, and long-term value.
I'm Ashwinder R. Singh. Let's get to the point. Let's begin with a question that sits at the heart of every Indian household. Should you buy a home or continue to rent? For decades, the answer was almost cultural. Ownership meant stability, renting meant transition. But in 2026, the equation has changed. And the data tells us why. Across India today, residential rental yields largely range between 2 to 4%. In many cities, even premium properties struggle to cross that band. At the same time, home loan interest rates remain elevated, which means from a pure cash flow perspective, renting often appears more efficient. But that is only half the truth, because real estate in India has never been a yield-driven asset. It is a capital appreciation asset. Over long cycles, well-located residential properties have appreciated at 6 to 12 to 15% annually. In some markets, returns over the last decades have crossed even 100 to 200%, which means the real return in real estate does not come from rent. It comes from time, and there is more. In just the last 1 year, residential real estate has delivered close to 15% total returns in key Indian cities, quietly and without the volatility seen in the capital markets. That is a structural difference. Renting gives flexibility. Buying builds ownership. So the decision is not binary, it is contextual. If your career is evolving, your city is uncertain, or your capital is better deployed elsewhere, renting is a rational choice. But if your income is stable, your horizon is long, and your intent is ownership, then buying becomes a long-term wealth decision. And there is one final layer: inflation. Rents in India are expected to rise year after year. Your EMI, once locked in a fixed rate, does not. So over time, rent becomes an expense, EMI becomes an asset. So what is the answer? In 2026, renting is not a mistake. Buying is not a shortcut. But in a volatile world, real estate continues to stand out as a stable long-term asset class. And clarity is not choosing between rent and buy, it's knowing when to move from flexibility to ownership.
From policy and leadership to design and innovation and consumer choices, real estate today is being shaped by multiple forces at once. That's all what we have for you today in today's episode of R.Estate. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more stories and insights from across the real estate landscape. My name is Nayan.
R Pure Suji Pasta, ubalo